Damon Hill is already in position. You can see Michael Schumacher behind Damon Hill. This is Gerhard Berger's car, fourth on the grid, and David Coulthard is in front of him. Now we're with Michael Schumacher, or we're looking forward at Damon Hill. 81 laps of the Adelaide track, the grand finale for Adelaide of the Australian Grand Prix, the 11th wonderful year. The green flag. David Coulthard boils his tyres, but Damon Hill edges ahead and moves to the right to try and cut off Coulthard, and he fails to do so. Coulthard leads, and Hill is in second place, and the two Ferraris are up, which means to say that Michael Schumacher is down, and everybody...
Here I am, the former Australian Grand Prix circuit, known to decide many championships, like Michael Schumacher and Damon Hill in 1994, or Ayrton Senna's final race in the red and white. Shall we take a look? This grandstand was a staple in Adelaide history. Once built for the Adelaide Cup, it was also one of the best seats to watch the start-finish line of the 1995 Australian Grand Prix. The track spans 3.7 k's just outside of Adelaide City, with parts such as Central Cave, Gradham Straight, and Prentfield Hairpin. And you cannot forget Victoria Park, the home of Adelaide motorsport, hosting such events as Adelaide 500 and Adelaide Motorsport Festival.
And today we've lost arguably the greatest talent of his generation. After a high-speed crash at Tamburello, Ayrton Senna is dead. Like
down there lies Central Cave. Senna won 2 out of the 10 races in Adelaide, one in 1991, one in 1992. The 2 turns down there are in honour of the F1 great after his tragic passing in 1994 at the San Marino Grand Prix. Cool. Fans come all over the world just to see them 2 corners, to feel the skill that Ayrton Senna once held at this historic track. In 1994, this was the corner that determined the 1994 championship. Either Michael Schumacher for Benetton or Damon Hill for Renault and Williams. After coming from Japan, Damon Hill's adrenaline was still wearing off at his win at Suzuka. On lap 36, Michael Schumacher swept the wall.
What Berger did, and that looks, Schumacher's off. Schumacher's lost time.
Yeah.
Hill goes by.
Oh, out goes Schumacher. The German is out of the Australian Grand Prix, and Damon Hill only has to keep going to be world champion of 1994. But can he keep going? Because he hit Schumacher's car, and if Damon Hill has to retire and you see smoke pouring off the wheel, that will mean that Schumacher will be world champion. What an incredible development. Schumacher gets
into the left. He's turning into the left. He gets too sideways. He goes off. Schumacher's made the mistake. He hits the wall. He's damaged his own car. And then he comes back to the left. And then he blocks the inside on the right. Damon is coming in. Now that's bad from Schumacher. Schumacher should have known his car was damaged. Damon had the line. I'm afraid that is a fundamental mistake, I believe, from Michael Schumacher at a real moment of crisis.
And there will be people, of course, who say, as we see this replay of Schumacher going into the wall, that that was a desperate manoeuvre by Schumacher to stop Damon Hill winning the championship.
And causing him to slow down after his seconds of leading. He got up to the corner and Damon Hill came flying up out of nowhere, causing the 2 to fight it out for the championship. Michael Schumacher wanted the championship badly, so he did what any race would do and he cut Damon Hill off, causing the 2 to crash. Michael Schumacher flying on 2 wheels and going into the wall, and Damon Hill's suspension brakes bending. That crash caused the 2 cars to retire only 36 laps in, and causing Michael Schumacher to win the championship by 1 point. But unfortunately, in 1995, it was the last time Adelaide would ever hear the roar of the classic races, until 2014, where the Adelaide Motorsport Festival re-welcomed the F1 cars to roar around Adelaide in a shorter, more fun circuit.